This video I'm going to show you how to diagnose a BMW with the N54 engine when it's misfiring. These lights just came on too, which is very unusual. So we need to find out what cylinder it's misfiring on. I'm going to show you how to do that. To get the MHD Flasher App, go to the Play Store. You can search it right here for the app and see these are the previous installed apps here, so you can see I already have it right here. So you just type in MHD. You can see that these are different options here. So mine's the N54, so we just click that. I guess they may have an updated version, so I could also update that. If you don't have it yet, you would just click the install button, but mine's already installed. With this app, you're going to need the K-span adapter. I tried the Elm, let's see, what is that thing called? There's a Bluetooth connector you can get. I couldn't get that thing to work with this. It works for the Torque app, but it doesn't work for the MHD Flasher app. Then you're going to need this adapter cable. I bought both of these off Amazon, so I'll link to those in the description box. Once you have the app installed, go to MHD Flasher. Here you go to Codes. And read DME codes. But before you do that, you need to make sure that all this is plugged in. So this is the adapter cable from the Nexus 7, which is the same as the Samsung devices like the phone and the Androids. And this is the USB female connector to the K-span connector, which is a USB male. So that will plug in directly to your diagnostic port. Then you're going to put the key in. Press the button once, the start button once, and that will bring it up to this menu. And then you can go here and read the code. You have to press OK. So it didn't detect the cable yet, so we'll back out, go back to read DME codes. So let's take the cable out and put it back in. Go back. We're seeing misfire on cylinder 3. Then it throws a lot of shadow codes. I'm not so concerned about these codes, but it is a good idea to at least know that it's there in the back of your mind. So it's saying something about the fuel pump. I've already replaced both fuel pumps in this car, so I'm not that concerned about that unless there's a faulty fuel pump installed. But the car runs, so it seems like the fuel pump would be good because of that. The code I would go after is diagnosing cylinder 3. So we're going to go in the engine bay and take some things apart and see what's going on there. Probably change out a coil. If that doesn't work, then a spark plug. If that doesn't work, then I would look at the injector filter that's on the top of it. Here's cylinder 1, 2, and 3. So what's going on with 3 is you can see that it just came unplugged. It's kind of an odd time for this to come undone because all I did was, see, this one's coming unplugged too. Push that one in. Like I was saying, it's kind of an odd time for this to come, or for this problem to happen, because the last thing I did with this car was just drive it to my parents' house and then got on a plane, come back, and it was misfiring. So I figured I had an issue with the rainwater getting in the plugs or something, but apparently that wasn't the case. reason these came out was because I didn't realize I didn't plug them in correctly. So if you look at this right here, this right there is supposed to slide right under this piece, but when I connected it, it slid over top of them, the ones that came unplugged anyway. So I connected it like that. Wait, yeah, see, if you look closely, but you probably can't really see it, the piece came and went above where it was supposed to go. So you have to squeeze it so that it goes under there, and that's supposed to hold it secure. I really don't like these coils. I think that these were just not made very well, which is why I'm having this problem. These are not Bosch coils. I would recommend just going with the Bosch ones. I tried to get Elder ones, which that's what they were advertised, and they sent me a brand called Hubble, and they just seem to give me kind of a little bit of trouble here. We're going to use the MHD Flasher for the diagnosis. You're going to need these two pieces, so I'll link to these in the description box. And then you're also going to need a tablet, or you can use an Android, so like the Galaxy or whatever they have. I don't really know what they have. I've always just had the iPhone. You can't use the iPhone. You need a Android, like I guess technically it's a Microsoft product. And so I just bought a tablet. I bought the Nexus 7, and then may as well get the most gigabyte one. So I think mine has 32 gigabytes. I just picked that up off eBay. There's a ton of them on there, so I highly recommend picking one of those up. As far as cost wise, I think this was about $30 for these two maybe. And then the tablet I paid $100 for, or close to that amount. And then I also had to buy the license for the MHD Flasher, but I don't know if you have to do that just to read the diagnostic codes. You'll have to test that out. But I bought that anyway. It's $99, but I bought that to do my tuning, so I had to buy that license. That was $99. And then if you want to put a custom tune on the car, then you can buy those for $49 or $50, I can't remember. And I just went with the Stage 2 Plus tune. It's supposed to give you a whole lot more power over stock. I think it gives you 450 horsepower, but that's if you do the intercooler upgrade, and then you don't have to do the turbo upgrade, but you do have to do the charge pipe upgrade and the catless downpipes, and like I said, the intercooler. Those three things, and then the tune, and then you'll have a lot more power, and the car will increase the boost to 18 psi, because that's controlled by electronics.